My name is Iliana Ramirez, and I am the host of Heard It On Screen here on KTSW.
I'm Kylie Hogg, and I'm a DJ here at KTSW.
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm a DJ here at KTSW.
I'm Tiara. You might know me on air as DJ Ladybug, and I am a rotational DJ here at KTSW.
And I went to Waterloo Records in Austin, Texas, and I got like 4 records that day, but the first one that I spun was the Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits album.
Is This It by The Strokes. My dad played this a lot in the car when I was a kid, so like it kind of like before I even knew that I liked the album, I just like it was kind of in my brain. Then as I got older and was able to like kind of form my own taste, I just still always came back to this album.
I have a Miley Cyrus CD, so a bit of a cop-out, but yes.
I got my first record player in probably like 2015, 2016, around that area. So since then I've started collecting.
Probably been collecting since I was like maybe 12 years old. That was when I got like my first record player for Christmas.
I think I've been collecting for about 3 years now. I started collecting my sophomore year of high school.
In Rainbows by Radiohead. This album, again, it's like another one. My parents played it a lot when I was a kid. I think it came out when I was like 7 years old, and they went to the concert and they would just play it around the house all the time. The song Weird Fishes, that's like a really big one for me.
Merriweather Post Pavilion by Animal Collective. This album, or Animal Collective, is like the band that brought my boyfriend and I together, and it was like one of the first things that we ever like talked about or bonded over. And so on our first date, he got me this record. There's a song on here called In the Flowers, and he said instead of bringing me flowers, this was his way of like giving me flowers.
As for the ones that I have, I know I listened to Infinity on High from Fall Out Boy a lot in high school, and I remember that like it kind of got me through some tough times in high school, so I really like that one.
I've always been a super big Beach House fan, but I remember buying this I wanted this on vinyl because I think the vinyl is actually like a yellow color. And then when I got it, I just like kind of put it away and I kind of forgot that I had it. I remember falling asleep to this, and it was like one of the first times that I actually listened to like the whole album fully through. And yeah, it was just like a great experience. Like song after song, I was like, this is a great album.
I bought it pretty recently, but I tried to listen to Grimes once before and it didn't click. And then I tried again during the pandemic, and I really got into it. It was this album. It was Misanthropocene.
Savlaki by Slowdive, because I didn't really think that I would like that kind of music. Just I thought it was too noisy, but I decided to give it a listen one day, and now I love that kind of music.
I always try to individualize my recommendations, but maybe Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. It's classic.
Mr. Tambourine Man by The Byrds. It's a really good album for like the psychedelic rock of the 60s. And I think that they do a lot of what like the Beatles were kind of doing at that time. But it's another like rendition of it, and it's a really happy album.
This is The Universe Smiles Upon You by Khruangbin. And I guess this album, but just Khruangbin in general, they are one of like my all-time favorite bands, if not like my favorite band. I've never I introduced Khruangbin to probably like every person in my life, and I've never like heard someone say that they didn't like them.
Iowa Dream by Arthur Russell. He was kind of an outcast where he was from, but then he moved to NYC and was like able to become this like excellent musician. He was like a classically trained like cellist, but he ended up like exploring like synths and everything when he was in New York. So he has like some really good synthy music, but this album is more like kind of his folk orchestral type stuff.
On Heard It On Screen from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Every Wednesday.
You can catch me, DJ Rain, and my co-host, DJ Jack, from 7 to 9 every Thursday.
I'll be on air on Thursdays from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
You can hear me on Thursdays from 7 to 9 on KTSW 89.9.